What's going on, guys? Eric Idison here, sales manager at the Honest Agent team and GG Homes. Today we'll be talking about the pre-qualification script or the pre-qualification call that you do before going out to an appointment or having an appointment come into the office. So the first thing you want to say is a permission-based question. You want to ask, hey, look, Mr. Seller or Mr. Buyer or Mrs. Seller, Mrs. Buyer, before I come out, there are a number of questions that I need to ask you. Is that okay? So just asking for permission to ask questions. They're typically going to say yes. It's going to start the yes process in a lot of those micro agreements, and you move into your next question. Now, this next question I recommend doing right in the beginning if you feel comfortable about this appointment already from your previous dialogue. If you aren't so sure and you still need to qualify the appointment, I'd move this toward the back end of your question ask. But the question goes something like this. You know, Mr. Seller, if what we talk about today makes sense and you feel comfortable and confident that I can deliver on what you're looking for, will you be ready to get paperwork started today? Powerful question, straight to the point. And what's going to happen is people that aren't quite motivated, they're going to start to give you those objections now over the phone, and it might save you having to go out to an appointment. Time is money, guys, so you want to be sure to ask this question. Another question you want to be asking somewhere in the script is, look, have you spoken to any other industry professionals about the value of your home or about selling your home or about purchasing a home, or have you seen other properties with other industry professionals, etc.? So you're gauging for levels of competition. Now, a lot of times you'll have some background dialogue, and so if you know that they're moving somewhere else, you want to say something like this. You know, tell me again, where is it that you guys are moving to? I think I remember you saying X, Y, and Z spot, right? And if it's not an owner-occupied property, they're not moving out of it, and it's an investment property, you want to ask the question of, got it. And just to confirm, or just to refresh, where will you guys be moving this additional equity into? Oftentimes, that could open up a secondary transaction for you, or you might be able to direct them to another industry professional, maybe in finance or another avenue, or a tax professional if they're going to be pocketing the money or moving into a different investment class. Another question is, you know, how soon do you guys need to be there, or you know, how soon do you need to get this thing sold to move the equity into something else? Another question you want to be asking is talking about price. So you want to say, you know, again, what do you think the home's worth? Or what do you think homes are selling for in the neighborhood that are like kind to yours? And look, Mr. Seller, you know this home better than anyone else. If you had a guess, what do you think the property's worth? Is there a price that you won't go below? These are all questions gauging for their level of motivation based on price, and also if they're reasonable or not. Another question you want to be asking is, do you know what you owe on the property? Do you have any additional mortgages or liens that you know they're outstanding? Are you up to date on taxes? Okay. Now, if they do have equity, congratulate them. Say, hey, you know, congratulations, well done. It looks like you have, you know, about $250,000 in equity or whatever the number is, and make sure you make them feel good and smart about selling their property and that they've done a great job building the equity. Now, if they're over $1 million in a sale, something that you can ask, and this is a little more high level or more niche specific, but you want to ask something along the lines of, are you willing to help finance a buyer? If need be, if instead of taking all the cash out of your property in the form of a seller finance. So sometimes this will help get deals done, especially in a higher end market. Loan products, for example, can be a limiting factor. Qualification amounts, if they're using some type of financing, or just a better deal sometimes for the buyer to do seller finance. And so if you open this up as an option, you might be able to garner more buyers for this property. It's not imperative that you ask this. You can ask this during the appointment. Number one, you want to get the deal signed, but it is a question that you can ask during your pre-qual script. Other questions. Have you done any renovations or upgrades on this home? So you're going to be asking about condition. Have there been any inspections or repairs that have been done or need to be done? And another question in this same arena is, are you planning to do any additional renovations or repairs before selling? Here's why that question is so important. Let's say that they say, no, we're not going to be doing anything. It needs a lot of work. You're going to be going into this appointment more like it's a cash deal opportunity that you could acquire for the investor. Now, if they say, yeah, we have a lot of work, but we need to get it done, what you can do is you can bring additional value, especially if you're competing against other agents, by maybe bringing a contractor with you or setting the expectation that after this appointment, we're going to get our contractors out there, and you can pitch on the value that your contractors can come bring that are exclusive to you and not outside agents. Also, in regard to time frame, it makes a tremendous difference. If they need to renovate this house for 3 months, that could delay when you get to market, and your whole strategy can be thrown off. So you will need to ask this question about condition so you know what you're getting into, and also time frames moving forward, and if there's any room to add value. Another question that you can ask, and you're going to get a lot of the same responses once you ask it, is, do you have any questions before I get out there? The most common thing that people are going to say is, well, what are your commissions? What do you charge? How much is this going to cost me? Now, from here, what you want to do is say something along the lines of this. You want to defer it to the appointment. That's a fantastic question. I'm glad you're already thinking about that. Let's discuss it once I get out there. Now, if they give you pushback, well, I need to know now because I got X, Y, and Z, or because I'm not going to be paying over a certain amount, agree with them. Once again, perfect. No, I totally understand where you're getting from. I'm flexible. Let's discuss it when I get out there, depending on your situation. So just put it back on them again. So you want to play ping pong with them probably 2, 3, maybe a fourth time. And if they say, you know what, unless you tell me what you're going to be charging, I'm not going to have you out there. What you want to do then is start to counter the objection on commissions right then and there and saying, hey, look, in this industry, there's a bunch of different programs that we can put you into as far as what type of exposure you'd like for your house. And there's also going to be some people out there that are going to charge less commissions, more commissions. Ultimately, I need to assess your situation in depth to give you the right package that's going to best sell your house and make you the most money. At the end of the day, what you're looking for is the highest return on your sale of your property. Is that accurate? Yes. That's why we need to discuss it in person. So this is the pre-qual script. There's a couple other questions that you can ask here and there, and that's totally great. But this is kind of the baseline of what you would be wanting to ask. You're going to talk about condition, competition, price, timeline, and motivation to sell. Utilize this before your appointments. What's going to end up happening is the appointments that you go on to are going to be shorter, more to the point, a lot easier to sign, and you're not going to be wasting as much money driving around and talking with unmotivated sellers and or buyers. So I hope you got some value out of this. I hope you utilize this for your pre-qual script and don't go to appointments without this conversation. Thank you so much.